Thank you so much. Let's dive right into insider secrets to creating a robust sales funnel. So I'm going to stop right here for a second, and I want you to think about your business, where you're at right now. And I would love for you to put the answer to these questions in the chat. So what is stopping you from generating high quality leads consistently in your business? If you think about the last 30 days or 90 days, is your business where you want it to be? Are you creating the change you want to make in the world? Are you bringing in the revenue you have always wanted? Are you bringing in leads consistently? And I mean like a daily number, not just here or there. Or are they coming in dribs and drabs? Are your leads high quality? You know, the ones that are actually going to buy from you. If the answer to any of these questions are no, I'm curious to know why you think that is. What is stopping you from generating those high quality leads consistently? My guess is if you're on this training, you're not bringing in either the quality or the quantity of leads you need to really grow your business to that level you're looking for it to be. So if your business is not where you want it to be right now, you are in the right training, my friends. Marketing is about so much more than just posting on social media or even running a few ads and hoping they'll work. Or oftentimes having the mindset of, I'll start marketing next week, or when I get X number of clients, or when I make X revenue. Marketing is not a like to have in your business. It's not a luxury item. It is a requirement. You can't choose to not market your business and expect it to continue to grow. In order for your business to succeed, you must have the right marketing in place. So by the end of this training, as Linda said in the beginning, you're going to learn the 3 keys to unlocking revenue without increasing stress, the 5-step system to generate leads and sales on autopilot, and the number 1 mistake that I see coaches and a lot of business owners make that waste their time, money, and energy. You'll learn how to stop leaving money on the table by implementing these steps. So for those of you who haven't met me yet, I am Jennifer Tamborski. I am a digital marketing strategist and the CEO of Virtual Marketing Experts. I'm also a wife and a mother to 3 teenagers, almost adults. And about 17 years ago, after the birth of my second child, I started my business to help other business owners grow their business. I've really been called to help coaches, consultants, and online business owners just like you embrace their identity online through marketing and through creating a strategy so that you can confidently explode your business to the next level. I'm going to be brutally honest with you and tell you I'm a bit of a geek. I love staying on top of the latest trends in marketing and techniques and technology. And I have helped hundreds of business owners scale their business to 1 million and beyond. In just the past year, several of my clients have hit that 1 million revenue, some of them almost at 2 to 5 million. So I am really an expert in this industry. My clients often come to me when they're just not sure what to do first or next. Oftentimes marketing, especially this digital world that we live in, can feel overwhelming and the landscape changes constantly. And at times it can feel like difficult to keep up. I mean, I don't know about you, but last time I opened Facebook, all the things had changed. So that's just a little in step that happens all the time. The best thing about us and our business is that we stick to this all of the time. This is all we do is marketing, and we stay on top of everything. The good news for you is it doesn't have to feel overwhelming. While some of the tactics in marketing might change, the foundation of your marketing remains the same. And if you focus on the 5 steps that I'm going to teach you in this presentation, you will be able to successfully create a marketing strategy that will bring in consistent, high-quality leads and help you convert them into sales. So The number one mistake I see coaches make that wastes time and leaves money on the table. One of the biggest issues that I see with coaches, consultants, and online business owners is that they lack a strategy. And more specifically, they lack the strategy that they may use hasn't been designed and developed for their business, for their customers, for their goals. Oftentimes, I see people try to imitate or emulate other people's marketing strategies. I know every one of you have seen these Facebook ads on your stream that says, just download my free guide or take my course or do XYZ, and I will give you the exact strategy I use to make 7 figures. And oftentimes they buy into that and they buy those and they attempt it and it just doesn't work for them. That's because marketing is not a one-size-fits-all strategy. It must be customized to fit you, your brand, your business model, and most importantly, your audience. Your marketing strategy should be shaped by your business strategy. It should share your purpose, connect you with your ideal clients, and bring in sales. What people tend to forget is that a marketing strategy is the driving force behind your sales. However, marketing and sales are two different things. Marketing informs your audience and leads them to the ability for you to sell. Without a strategy, you're never going to attain those sales goals because the people you're talking to don't understand what you do, who you serve, and how you can help them. Without question, creating a converting marketing strategy is both a science and an art. If you can master these two pieces, it will really help you to create a marketing strategy and a business success you've always dreamed of. Now, take a minute and think about your marketing strategy. Is it where you want it to be? If it's not, I'm curious as to why you don't think it's where you want it to be right now. What do you think is missing in your marketing strategy? Or do you even have an overall strategy? Reality is without that effective and consistent marketing strategy, you're going to remain stuck right where you are right now. Marketing can be simple. And honestly, it's not about the tech or Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn and Twitter and TikTok and all of the rest. Fill in the blank, whatever the latest trend is. Marketing is about creating real relationships with your audience so that they become loyal followers and then loyal buyers. Each level of your marketing should build off the other. It's a multi-layer approach, and a profitable marketing strategy will help you to create authentic relationships with your audience so that you can move them through each stage of their customer journey. I like to look at marketing and the customer journey in the terms of dating. I know it's kind of out there, but bear with me for a minute. If we look at our business and marketing in terms of relationships, we're better able to break down the steps of the things that we're actually doing and create a process that we're ready, willing, and able to do. What I see a lot of business owners doing, trying to implement those other people's marketing strategies, is doing things that are not authentic to them. It's not something that feels right to them, which means that they're not going to do a live every day because they're afraid to be on video, or they're not going to run ads because they don't understand the technology. When we talk about marketing in terms of building relationships, we really are able to create this system that takes our audience through the 5 steps of dating your ideal client. So from introduction through flirting, through dating, to commitment, and then keeping the romance alive. If you look at marketing from that perspective of creating real and lasting relationships, like dating, you can see these steps will really help you to grow your business. When we start with introduction and we move through to flirting, which, by the way, I think is a hugely missed component of marketing processes, and then we transfer into dating, which is where most people start, lead generation. That's the dating world. Proceed into commitment, and then finally keeping the romance alive. We're able to create a real customer journey that will help our audience to move through every stage of being committed to buying from us and becoming those raving fans worth that we want. I mean, seriously, if you think about the start of your last romantic relationship you had, didn't you go through a version of all of these steps? I mean, you didn't walk up to a potential partner and say, hey, let's get married. But that's what people do an awful lot when it comes to marketing. Reality is doing something like that rarely works and can be off-putting. Most likely, when you are looking for a romantic relationship, you or he started with an introduction, and then you worked your way into that relationship. What I know about business and life is if you skip one of these steps, you're likely not going to get the results that you want. Successful marketing doesn't have to be complicated. It's about creating relationships with your audience. Marketing, sales, and business should be looked at from that perspective. We all know that when we work with someone, we want to connect with them. And it really doesn't matter if we're looking at Amazon and their process, or we're looking at the coach that we just hired to help us lose weight or grow our business or whatever that is. It's about the relationship and the connection we have with the business. So let's dive into the introduction phase. In this is step one to really creating a funnel that's going to help you attract your ideal clients, move them from audience to client. So in this step, the first thing you do is get clear on your value proposition. What is special about you, your products, service, or solution? What makes you different? What makes you stand out from your competitors? Your customers must know the answers to these questions in order to understand what you do and to trust that you can help them get where they need to go. A value proposition really communicates the unique value of your business offers to its customers compared to every other competitor in the marketplace. And let's be honest, there are a lot of them. We have a lot of competition out there. Even though in my world, I look at less competition and more interaction and community, reality is when people are going to buy, they're comparing you to someone else. Understanding what you do, what makes you unique, what makes you better than everyone else, and having your audience be able to verbalize that is going to allow them to connect with you at a different level. It's being specific about the benefits of your product, service, or solution. Not the what, not the things you offer, but how it's going to change their life and their world. It shows how you can solve their specific problem or need, and it explains why that customer should choose you over everyone else. And here's the thing, it does it all in one sentence. When done correctly, your value proposition gives your business a huge advantage over your competitors. Very few businesses have an effective value proposition, which can cause your ideal clients or ideal customers to turn to your competitors simply because they don't understand what it is you offer. Or you may have multiple value propositions depending on what it is you're offering. When we're talking about building a funnel, it is best to have one funnel, one strategy, and one core offer, the one thing that you do better than anyone else. Make sure that you map out your customer journey. One essential component of the foundation of your marketing is your customer journey. You may have heard this process referred to as a sales funnel, a marketing funnel, a sales pipeline, a marketing pipeline, sales process, perhaps something else. It's all basically the same idea. And the thing is about funnels that no one really lets you know is everyone has a funnel, whether it's automated or not. Walmart has a funnel. Amazon has a funnel. Everyone has funnels. It's just a matter of setting it up so that your customer journey from start to finish is clear, concise, and takes them exactly down the pathway you want them to go. Whatever you call your funnel, your customer journey boils down to the sum of all of the interactions a customer goes through in relationship to your brand. It's the path your audience takes from introduction through to purchase and beyond. Essential to your customer journey is a variety of touch points. So things like your emails, your social media, your texts, and content marketing. All of these provide you opportunities to interact with your ideal client, and it allows your ideal clients to connect with your business. In your marketing, you use your customer journey to really build a relationship with your audience and date them. Unfortunately, just like relationships, if you're not creating multiple opportunities to engage with your audience with valuable content, you really fail to build on that solid foundation. When it comes to funnels, there are three main stages to your customer journey and ways to interact with your audience. So we have the top of the funnel. This stage is all about awareness and discovery. Your ideal clients may not know they even have a problem at this stage. They definitely don't know who you are, and they don't know that you're the solution to the problem that they have. So when you think about the top of the funnel, you're really thinking about introducing them into who you are, what you do, who you serve, and really in a way that gives them some awareness of their own problem. So if we're talking about maybe someone losing weight, and they may know they need to lose weight, but they don't understand that weight is all based around your mindset. However, rather than jumping right into the deep end of how you solve their problem, you start with the fact that maybe they're struggling right now with just the counting calories. And so maybe it's a calorie counter, something like that, something that is going to give them an introduction into what their problem is and what solutions may be out there for them. Remember, they're seeking out information at this stage. They want to feel understood and will likely engage with your brand if you can provide content that will help them to identify and name their problem. To do this, provide content that will help them navigate their problems, such as blog posts or videos, podcasts, quizzes, things that are simple for them to engage with. We then come to the middle of your funnel. This stage is all about building trust. You're nurturing your potential customers to identify your brand as the one who cares about them, who understands their challenge, who offers a possible solution. In this stage, your audience is aware of the problem that they have, and they're actively looking for a solution. So you want to make sure that you are their solution provider. Their questions may not be generic anymore. Instead of asking why, your leads have a greater understanding of their problem and are diving into possible solutions that are available to them to fix it. So at this stage, the content will be about connecting most with your potential customers through things like webinars and 5-day challenges or specific trainings. This type of content helps you to establish yourself as the expert, someone who really understands where they're at and can help them go where they want to go. The third step of your customer journey is all about the bottom of the funnel. And this is where they start to make a commitment to you that you can definitely solve their problem and they're ready to buy. So they understand their challenge. They know that you have a possible solution to their problem and they're ready to make a decision. So this is where they're ready to make that commitment. Mapping out your customer journey, when you think about it in that timeline, will really help you to create content and create interaction and introduce yourself and move them through the funnel in a way that sets you apart from everybody else. The last part of the introduction phase is actually identifying your goals. Here's the thing. One of the things that I know about marketing that people overlook most often is not having a map to where they're going. Just like if we're going to the doctor's office and first time we've been there, we pull out our GPS and put in the address. We know how to get there. If you don't have an end goal for your marketing, for your funnel, how do you know if it's successful? Being able to set up a process so that you understand what data is associated with your marketing can help you figure out whether or not you need to make changes in the journey, in the funnel, in order to reach that goal. When you're able to examine your funnel at every step of the way, you're better able to ensure the success of your marketing. If you find that part of your strategy isn't working based on the data, then you can make small adjustments over time rather than assuming that the whole marketing funnel is not working and tossing it out. It's that whole don't toss the baby out with the bathwater saying. Make sure that you understand where you're going so that you can set up roadmap benchmarks along the way to help understand what's working and what's not. We always want to do more of what is working and less of what is not. The next stage is what I like to call flirting. So this is a phase that a lot of people skip because reality is if we can't sell a product if no one knows who we are and we don't have anyone to sell to. This phase helps us to consistently grow our audience so that we can really scale our business. The flirting phase allows you to provide valuable content to your ideal audience to start building that connection. This content helps your audience understand where you are, what you do, and who you serve, and most importantly, how you can help them. Because secret here that nobody likes to hear, nobody really cares about you and your business. They care about how your business can help them fix whatever their problem is. So in this phase, you really want to make sure that you are creating engaging content. You're engaging your audience with consistent messaging throughout all of your brand. You do not have to create content every day when it comes to the flirting phase. Like, I am not asking anyone to create so much content that they're overwhelmed and exhausted. Honestly, if you can create 1 to 2 quality pieces of content that you can then repurpose and break down over the course of the month, you are so much better off. People get really bogged down in this phase with quality versus quantity. Everybody wants to make lots and lots and lots of videos and posts and blog posts and emails and all. You get exhausted. You run out of things to say. Whereas if you focus on quality of content that really connects with your ideal clients and makes them want to engage with you, that speaks to them in a way they can hear, you are better able to create that relationship, to really start bridging them from that awareness stage into the dating phase, into being ready to buy from you. If you think about your customer journey, having a really consistent message throughout your entire brand is going to create clear expectations of what you do. So when you're growing your business, I suggest to focus on that one thing, that one problem, that one solution, that one funnel, the one thing that you do better than everyone else. And you build this out in a way that speaks to your audience. Once you've successfully created that one thing and you have clients coming in left and right, and you're ready and you're hitting those $1 million goals or whatever your goal is for your business, you can start gradually adding more pieces to your business to scale it. But in the beginning, focus on that one piece, that one core offer that you do better than everyone else. And the last part of this phase that I think people often forget is to focus on the delivery. Here's the thing, people learn and process information in different ways. You have people that like to listen, people who like to read, people who like to watch. If you create content in a way that you're able to use it in multiple ways, in multiple platforms, you can hit all of those areas. However, if you know that your ideal audience listens to podcasts, create a podcast. If you know your ideal audience likes to watch YouTube, create a YouTube channel. Focus on the one thing that they do best or that they like to engage with best and do that. In my business, I create a podcast that I record on video and then I use it all over the place in multiple ways. And that, my friends, is a good way to decrease the overwhelm of trying to create tons of content. If you can create one piece of content a week that you can then redistribute, you're much better off. Whoops. Next phase is our dating phase. This is where a lot of people start. Actually, this is where most people start, right? They throw up a funnel and they want to get people to sign up for it. They collect emails. Oftentimes, this leads to not the best process for your clients because they needed that warming up before they were ready for this dating phase. The dating phase is all about creating that unique customer journey. It's about gathering their name, their email, the important information that you need from your ideal client and getting them onto your email list. It is about removing them from social media. Here's the thing. I don't care what anyone has ever said about emails dead, blah, blah, blah. Reality is that email will never die. People will always have email. However, as one of my clients just learned today that's in the middle of a launch, social media can shut you down at any time for no reason at all. Having an email list allows you to connect with your audience no matter what. Social media is a great way to get in front of people. Your email list is how you're going to nurture them and move them through to the next process to get them to buy from you. So the thing about this process is that you want to make sure that you avoid random strategies. Avoid trying to copy or duplicate somebody else. When you're looking at creating your lead magnet in the dating phase, you want to spend as much time on this as you do your paid offer. Because this is really going to be that first connection to you, that first step into your world. So make sure that that lead magnet is something that it would make absolutely no sense for them to walk past. It answers a problem or a question, whatever that thing is that will help them get them into your process. The dating phase is all about generating leads and growing your email list, which will help you to lead into the next phase, the commitment phase. This is where everyone wants to go, right? It's about generating sales. We want to make sure that we have an irresistible offer. One of the books that I've recommended a lot lately to people is called that $100 million offer. And in that book, he says, make an offer that is so good that people feel stupid if they don't buy it. That's where the commitment phase comes in. This is what we want to do. This is where we ultimately want to get our audience. We want to get them to this commitment phase where we get the sales. So you want to make sure that you're creating an irresistible offer. You also want to make sure in this phase that you have a follow-up system, an onboarding system, a process that will help your clients really connect with whatever that offer is. Remember that I said this a little earlier, marketing is a multi-layer approach. So without the first three, the commitment phase doesn't happen. Without those first, the introduction, flirting, and dating phase, people get confused. Confused buyers never buy. So if you want to make your commitment phase, if you want to increase your sales and grow your business, you need to make sure that you have the foundation of the other three phases holding up your commitment phase. The last phase in the 5-step process is keeping the romance alive. This is all about what happens after the sales. And I honestly think this is the step that is forgotten the most in both real life relationships and in business. And if you think about it, if you think about your personal relationships, neglecting this phase will cause a lot of problems in a lot of areas of your life. It's true in business relationships as well. Keeping the romance alive means making sure what happens after they buy is just as seamless and makes them just as happy as the other 4 phases of your funnel, of your customer journey. The vast majority of businesses focus on customer acquisition, and only a few of them really focus on customer retention or marketing to previous customers. The thing is when someone has bought from you, they're more likely to buy from you. They're also more likely to refer you if they got the experience they wanted. So make sure that you're keeping in contact, even with people that are no longer in your purchase process. Make sure that you're reaching out to them and showing them more value so that you're able to get referrals from them. Make sure that you're encouraging referrals in your past clients so that those that already understand your product and love you for who you are know that you have openings or know that you're launching or whatever it is that you're selling. It really helps to have that authentic referral source that pats you on the back and just kind of pushes people into your stratosphere. Keeping the romance alive can really help you to do this. So now we're going to move into the 3 keys to unlock your revenue without increasing your success. And while these keys may not be, well, groundbreaking, I don't think they're secrets. I do, however, think they're things that people don't do enough of. So key number 1, understanding your ideal client. This is something that every business owner should know. It goes so far beyond just your gender or your demographics. It even goes beyond your sociographics, because you're looking in the sociographics, you're really looking at like what adjustable pieces of life, how they're feeling, what they're thinking. You're also wanting to look at behavioral. Where are they hanging out, right? Are your people hanging out on YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter? Where are they, so that you can tap into them? Really understanding that will help you to connect with them in a better way. You want to define every dimension of your customer profile, because that will help you to really create that brand proposition and that brand strategy that will help you to connect with your ideal clients along the way. When you think about your ideal client, you want to make sure that you're thinking about the end result. What will they achieve? This will become extremely important in the next key. So really think about what it is that they are looking to achieve. What problem are you solving for them? And can you consistently convey that problem across every step of your marketing? Is it consistently attracting the same person with the same problem? Is all of your content speaking to this ideal client? There are so often that I hear brands say things like everybody and anybody. And when you're trying to talk to the masses, nobody's listening. So when you are really creating this client profile, hyper focus on it. Speak to that person, and everybody else will come that reacts to you. So a client of mine came to me. When she came to me, she had already created a coaching business that was around the 50K mark. And she was well on her way to 6 figures, but she was still making some of these mistakes in her marketing. First off, really understanding her client and drilling down into what their problem was, down into the micro problems. Like, we're talking little bitty, what can you change problems. When she became crystal clear on who her target market was, and we put a strategy behind it, she was able to better reach them and make it easier. So she went, within 6 months, she went from 50K to 250K a year in revenue, because she was able to really drill down into knowing her ideal client and speaking directly to them. Oops. Key number 2 is designing, selling, and positioning your free lead magnet offer just like you would your paid offer. Creating an experience leading up to the sale is so incredibly important. It makes selling them so much easier. So when you're thinking about your free offer, what is it that they're struggling with? Remember, understanding your ideal client so deeply that you know exactly what they're struggling with at every stage. What is it in that moment that they need to fix, that they need to learn, do, hear, in order to shift their narrow tunnel vision of, I have a problem, so that they're able to see that you have solutions to that problem. So often people walk around and they really do. They're like this, I have a problem. If you're able to offer them and really focus on that micro problem to shift them out of that, you can then step into their map of reality and show them that you have a solution to the problem that they have. And quite honestly, people don't even know what their problems are most of the time, right? Like, if they are struggling with weight, and I use that one a lot, but if they're struggling with weight, they don't understand what the core problem is that they need to solve. They just know they're struggling with weight. So if you're able to step into that and show them what it is that you're able to do for them, you're better able to really present yourself as that solution to their overall problems. So for instance, my client Kathy came to me, and when she came to me, she was really clear on her ideal client profile. However, the leads that she was getting weren't quality leads. She was getting a lot of them, but they weren't necessarily buyers, and her sales cycle was incredibly long. So when she came, she decided she wanted to broaden her audience base to a new market. So once we got really clear on who her new leads were and what was their problem, their micro problem that her course would eventually solve, we were able to create a funnel for her and a strategy that brought in both her old audience and her new audience, but the quality clients. Yes, her quantity may have fluctuated depending on what time, but the quality went up, which meant in the 4 months that we started, after we started running the funnel, she made $350,000. because the people we were bringing in were actually quality people rather than a ton of people who had no money. Being really able to design that lead magnet so that you are attracting the quality leads you want is really going to help you to grow your business in the long run. And the last part, the last key to really scaling your business is having a full customer journey. And what I mean by that is it's beyond just the new leads coming in that buy your one thing. It's looking at your business and your clients overall and finding out what's their next problem, right? They might come to us with, I want to create a six-figure business. Okay, great. You help them create a six-figure business. But what happens after that? If you don't have a solution to their next problem, they move on. However, if you know that your ideal clients want to create a six-figure business, and then they're going to want to create $500,000 business and then $1 million business, and you can help them through that process from start to finish, you are much better able to continue to connect with those audience members and bring them through the full customer journey so that you become the solution to a lot of their problems, whether it's life or business, depending on what you do. For instance, I have a client, I love them so much. They are fabulous at this. Literally every time someone comes into their business with a new product or a new problem, they create a new solution. They have created, in the last 12 months of working with us, we've worked to $130K a month in revenue because they're continually adding things that will help their audience and their clients to fix the next step in their problem. It's not just the people that are coming in the door. So often people focus on lead generation into the door and forget about what happens after you've already fixed whatever that one problem is. What's next? Use the knowledge you gain from your clients to build new programs and courses to continue to sell to them and help them grow in their life and business. The clients that have already purchased from you are the ones who are most likely to purchase from you in the future. They already know that you're amazing at what you do, and they know the value that you provide, so they're much more likely to buy your next program. Make sure that you're creating an ascension plan when you're developing your funnel, right? What does your value ladder look like? How are you going to ascend people from your introductory product all the way through to millions of dollars? Creating a profitable sales funnel will be the difference between failure and success in growing and scaling your business. Your sales funnel will attract potential clients and customers to your business daily. It'll create systems that allow you to be everywhere without actually trying to be everywhere. And it allows you to create new quality leads on your email list every single day, which will help you to create consistency and predictability in your business and with your sales. And while I'm not saying that it's easy, I am saying it's simple, and it's 100% doable no matter where you are in your business right now. And even better, you're in control of the next steps. You get to choose what your business looks like in the future. So I have one more bonus: pouring on the gas. So this bonus step, once you have this system in place, you pour on the gas with paid traffic. Paid traffic is not where you start. If anybody has told you to just start running ads, they are lying to you. You need to have the systems in place before you're ready to run ads. However, once you have the systems in place, you pour on the gas using paid traffic to move your audience from social media to your email list, to grow your email list, and to create effective launches into your email list where you are selling and creating consistent leads and sales on an ongoing basis. Social media is an amazing platform to connect with your ideal audience. However, there is a limit that you reach when it comes to just organic marketing. Posting about your webinar, your lead magnet, your lead generation tool, and hoping people sign up for it is with no paid ad strategy will end up not getting you the results you were looking for. Assuming people will sign up for your lead generation offer just because it's free is also not going to get you what you want. But using paid traffic, you are able to expand your reach and really create momentum in your business. And running paid traffic is the last step. Avoid trying to do it as the first. That